one of my favorite cases and favorite clients was Stella Liebeck, a 79-year-old woman who had just moved here from Tucson to be near her family, and she and her grandson purchased a cup of coffee at a McDonald's here in Albuquerque one morning.
So we had just dropped off my uncle at the airport and went to the nearest McDonald's that I knew of, and this was it. So pulled up. She ordered coffee with her value meal, and I knew she liked cream and sugar in it. There was no place in my 1989 Ford Probe. Everything sloped. There were no cup holders in that car. Did I get cream and sugar also?
There's in the bag.
It's in the bag? Yeah. Thank you. Pulled out of here knowing that I needed to get organized if I was going to be eating and driving. And I knew she wanted to put her cream and sugar in the coffee, so pretty much pulled right here, almost exactly in the spot. So we just went about organizing, and a short period after that, she started screaming.
Wanted to get the top off to put cream and sugar in, so I put it between my knees to steady it with this hand, trying to get the top off, and it just went, ooh.
Hey, you can show me the burns? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Would that change your mind at all?
Wow. Yes, if I saw injuries like that, I would definitely take a different view of it from what I hear from the media.
Oh my gosh.
She was in a jogging suit, and it just absorbed that coffee almost immediately, and she couldn't get away from it. It was almost like an immersion burn. And long story short, in that 3 or 4 seconds, she suffered third-degree burns to her crotch and groin area that required 2 skin grafts and 8 days in the hospital. And she had never been in court before. She's just a hard-working lady that had come here to retire, a character. She was a character. And she asked McDonald's to please pay her medical expenses, which were less than $20,000, and they refused to. So at that point, she hired an attorney in San Antonio named Reed Morgan, and he and I associated on the case, and we litigated the case here in Albuquerque in the summer of 1994, the spill having been in '92. And the jury unanimously found in her favor that the coffee was scalding, that it was unreasonably hot, and that it should have been closer to 130 to 150 degrees was the message they sent, so as to avoid these kind of injuries. The jury deliberated for a couple of hours, and as we were told afterwards, they got hung up on punitive damages. How much were they going to award for punitive damages? And ultimately, the verdict was $2.7 million for punitive damages, which constituted roughly 2 days of hot coffee sales as a punishment for being this reckless with this product. I leaned over to Mrs. Liebeck, who was standing next to me, and I said, "Mrs. Liebeck, I either want you to marry me or adopt me." And she immediately fired back, "Okay, son." And that's just the kind of person she was. And it was a just result, but it got turned upside down by the media and business and their public relations companies that they hired, and sort of made a perversion out of the whole justice system, in my estimation.